Mic check, mic check.
Check, check.
stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. I hope you had a hollow, as I hear some people call it, Memorial Day. I don't know if you say Happy Memorial Day or a Quiet Memorial Day or what, because it was about dead people who died. So I don't know. But I hope you had whatever it is you're supposed to be having yesterday. And welcome back to work. A lot of people traveled yesterday. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Oh, Lord, no biblical question today. I even forgot I didn't have one. But that's okay. I will have one for you tomorrow, come hell or high water. You, if you're running around, because we are heard around the world by everybody and they mama if you're black, everybody and their mama if you're white. You can podcast the show, but you still can be listening to the show no matter where you are and what you're doing. We made it possible by connecting you to the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. So, it's Tuesday. And every Tuesday, because I grew up in Sweet Home, Alabama, under the so-called Jim Crow laws. And at the time on that plantation, we could not hear anything but country and Western music. And country and Western music was amazing. Every Tuesday is and will always be country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Mind-blowing. Country and Western Tuesday. And in my country, which is never coming back, they're trying to destroy country and Western music by saying that Beyonce is a country Western singer. What the? If you want to destroy it, bring the blacks in. They brought Beyonce in on a DEI program. And they're saying that she is a real country western singer. I believe they gave her a little award. And they were Hake.
That's right.
And it's a DEI award, not because she won it or deserve it, but because she's black. What a mess! A spiritual battle. Let me just say this, and then I want to get in a few super chats and your phone calls. I want you to know, whether you like it or not, believe it or not, accept it or not, one thing for sure, and without a doubt, and you can bank on it. Really, this is one thing you can put your bitcoins on it, and your pennies, even though they're not making any more pennies. The one thing you can bank on, you listen up, do what you want with it. I'm okay. Because you can live in your misery, and I'm not going to miss one sweat over it, one nap. But the one thing I want you to know, listen up. This is just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Things always change. It's just the way it is. I want you to know, are you listening? I want you to know this for sure and without a doubt. And you can say what you want about it. It's on you. No, you have a right, even though you're not your own self and you don't know it, but you have a right to be wrong. You have a right to live in your misery. You have a right to love your thrills, up and down thrills. You have a right to love your stabs, mental and emotional stabs. Good ones and the bad ones, they're both the same. They're both bad. And you have a right to say Jesus did it, and it ain't going to change a thing. The one thing I know for sure, sometimes I might not be quite sure about, but this I know for sure. Listen up. Hake is listening. You will never, I don't care how many degrees you have, don't have preacher degree, pope degrees, psychologist, psychiatrist, doctor, lawyer, how many organization you the president of, how many so-called fake friends you have or don't have, married or not married, children or no children, Christian or no Christian. It doesn't matter. The one thing I know for sure, and that is you, no matter what color you are, male or female, fat or skinny. I know they have a lot of fat black women on TV now. Commercials and things. I'm like, what the? But anyway, what a fine women. They don't exist anymore, I guess. But anyway, I deviated. One thing I know for sure, and you can bank on this, you will never, I don't care how you pray, cry, beg, blame, whatever. Read the Bible, or read the atheist book, or the Allah book, or the Jewish book, or the Mormon book, or the Seventh-day Adventist book, Christian book, it doesn't matter. You will never, ever, but never, never, ever enter into perfect peace as long as you have anger. And that you can bank on. As long as you have anger in your heart, and it's in your heart, you will never have perfect peace. You will always live in the world of thoughts and emotions. There's no way out, except You admit that you are evil. You're angry. Anger is evil. And you can claim Jesus had it all you want until the cows come home. You're never going to have the peace, the perfect peace that he has had and have. You can bank on that. There's no money, no nothing, no fame, no glory, no nothing is going to ever give you perfect peace until you forgive. Admit that you have anger. Anger is evil, that you are evil. Other than that, you would never have perfect peace. There's no money, no nothing that can bring that. That's so amazing to me. It really is amazing. You're not going to enter into the kingdom of perfect peace until you truly, truly forgive. You can fake it if you like. You can judge others. You can have opinion about others. You can yell. You can scream. You can fight. You can have more money than the X-Man. What's his name? The richest man in the world?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. You can make as many rockets, more rockets than Elon to send to the moon. Unless you drop your anger, admit you're wrong, drop that anger, forgive, you ain't never going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. I don't care how many DEI programs you have, women programs you have, whatever program. There's a program for everything now except White History Month, but we do have that in July. July just feels white. But I can promise you, and that you will never, ever have perfect peace. You will always be in conflict for the rest of your life until you drop your body. And when you drop your body, die from your body, leave the body. If you drop that body with anger, you're stuck. Ain't no way out. At least while you're alive, you have a way out. You can forgive. You can admit and forgive. But when you drop the body, that's it. So you can bank on that. It doesn't matter how many psychiatry pills they give you for depression, suicidal thoughts, how much they say, oh, God, I love you. Come here, let me pat you on the back. It doesn't matter, nothing. You will never have perfect peace. And what I've come to realize, some of the signs of not having perfect peace. First of all, most people don't believe you can have it. Secondly, you're angry, you have suicidal thoughts, you're emotional, you're revengeful, you overreact within yourself. If somebody disagrees with you or think things about you, you try to fit in. You're afraid to be by yourself. You pretend you have love. Oh, you quote that Bible or the atheist book or whatever. You are lonely. You're depressed. You're looking for love. You blame everybody else for the way you feel, good or bad. Good is bad and bad is good in that condition. But you call good good when it's really not good because you feel good, you think you feel good, you think that's good. But the one thing you can bank on, and you can never be trusted by anybody, even if you put on a front that you can be trusted. You're faking it. On the outer, you try to act nice and be nice, but inwardly, you're a devil. And the devil is everyone who is asleep. Everyone who is asleep. And 99.9% of human beings are asleep. Even when they say they're awake, they're sleeping. And you are the devil. The devil is asleep, separated from the truth, and so are you when you have anger. And it's amazing how much anger is pushed, encouraged in this world. because this world belongs to the children, meaning that your angry world belongs to the children of the devil. Not, it doesn't belong to the children of God. It belongs to the children of God, but the children of evil runs it. That doesn't mean they got to run you if you truly overcome anger. If you're shy, you're asleep. If you smile when you really don't want to, you're asleep. If you walk into a meeting and you run and sit in the back of the room because you're like too afraid to go up to the front of the room or sit next to someone else, you're asleep and you're evil. You have anger. So do what you want with your anger, and you're so asleep and angry that you don't even see what's happening in the world outside of you. What you're looking at is anger, which is evil, which is of the father, the devil. You don't even see that that's what's driving the people because you don't see what's driving you. If you judge anybody, including yourself, one iota, you're asleep, you're angry, you're evil. If people can't come in and out of your life because you think you own them, your wife, your husband, ladies, your children, your friends, whatever, if you're not open where people just come in and out or that, without you declaring ownership, you're evil. You would never enter into perfect peace. And I have talked to so many people over the last 35 years now on the fatherstate.tv, my radio show, debates and speaking engagement everywhere. Preachers and black, so-called, what do those black people call themselves? The black Jew thing?
Israelites.
And everybody has anger. And I said, well, do you have perfect peace? Nobody had perfect peace. You're never going to have perfect peace on earth. You'll be lied to. And you believed it to a lie. You were instructed to love your enemy. And if you don't love all, including your enemies, you love nobody. And love is not an emotional thing. You don't feel love. It's just that you don't feel hate anymore. You don't feel anger. The absence of anger is where peace is located. And you can't give yourself that. You can't make that be, so don't be trying. You can lie to yourself till the cows come home that you have it. That's not going to change it. And one last thing. You can always, there are so many other clues, but may I give you one? You may can recognize this one right away because you're going to see it yourself. You can always, you can bank on this too, always tell an angry person. You can always tell right away. Because an angry person, male or female, black or white, red, ain't no such thing as red. I think the Indians are red. Yeah, red Indians. Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, Asian, whatever race you are, male or female. You can always tell an angry person right off the bat. One way, there's truckloads way, but I'll give you one. They will always blame someone else. An angry person will always blame someone else. And they do it because they're asleep. They have no perfect peace. They're going to blame somebody because they have no perfect peace. That's one way you can tell just like that. Even in yourself, You're blaming somebody else for the way you think, the way you feel, the way what they did to you, how they made you feel, what they said about you. You have no perfect peace. Do what you want with this anger thing because it is prevalent from the outhouse to the church house. It's being promoted as good. Do you know what outhouse is, Hake?
I do.
What?
It's where you go to the bathroom.
You ever done that?
Yeah.
You use the outhouse? Why are you frowning?
Because I went to one at like some beach where we were camping.
Yeah.
And it stunk so bad.
I know. I hate those outhouses like that. I remember I used to speak at a lot of fairground events, rodeo events in Texas and different places, and they would have like a bunch of outhouse lined up there. I hated to go.
Yeah.
Because they were funky. Take me to funky town. Take me to funky town. You heard that song?
Yeah.
You heard that one, Nick?
I've heard that one.
Take me to funky town?
Yeah, never. I've only ever seen outhouses in cartoons.
Really?
I mean, I've seen porta potties.
That is an outhouse, boy.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different from a normal, like, permanent outhouse.
Wood-built outhouse written behind your yard, behind your house.
Yeah, in a pit.
Yeah. But we had outhouses growing up, but we had it built into a little house.
What do you do with? I've always wondered. I
You
mean, I
go in
just empty it. I imagine.
What?
It has. How does that work? It has like open somewhere.
Well, down in there's a big hole.
Of course.
The one that's built from the ground.
Yes.
And so you keep using, and then the bugs and the worms and the what do you call those little white worm things?
Don't ask me.
They come and eat up everything.
And so you don't have to get it treated or removed or sucked out or whatever.
We never had it. Maybe they do it in the white way now, but that's not.
Compost in class once, so I think I know what you mean.
It was like
worms.
Yeah, those little maggots.
Oh
yeah, the flies.
You know what a maggot is?
Yeah, baby. It's a fly worm. It turns into a fly.
But the hole would be dug so deep. Not real deep, but deep enough where the maggots and the thing can't touch you.
Oh, that's good.
You just see them down in there when you turn around.
And did it stink pretty badly?
Not really.
Nice.
Because in those days, they were built in the right way, and everybody wasn't using them. It was just for the family at that particular house. It wasn't like they were sitting up at a fairground somewhere. And
you guys didn't eat the type of stuff that people are eating nowadays.
Right. So there you have it. I promise you, you're never going to enter into the kingdom of perfect peace until you overcome anger. Anger and perfect peace does not relate, period. That's why people who are angry get mad at the people that they can't understand because they can't, it doesn't relate. You're asleep. Do what you want with that. Live with your anger. Well, you're not really, you're alive as far as you're breathing, but you're not alive. You have a pretend life. You don't have real life. But do what you want with that, all right? It just is so prevalent. It's destroying families and everything. Bless you. The anchor baby's back. He's still alive, but barely breathing. No, he's much better. Super chat.
Super chat.
Super.
Super chats.
Over on YouTube the other day, Friday, Water Bear says, give it a break, Lin Yen-Chin. Try one comment per day. Because Lin Yen-Chin gives multiple super chats sometimes.
Oh, thank you, Lin Yen-Chin.
And Water Bear says, give it a break.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Gregory G, 5 coffees. Happy birthday, Jesse.
Thank you. Amazing birthday. I appreciate it.
When I first started listening to you, I thought you were a crazy man until I realized your words were wise and sound. I forgave my father and mother and can testify that the silent prayer works.
Yeah.
God bless Jesse and the crew.
Amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. And thank you for your support.
Thank you, Gregory G.
Yeah.
Lynn for Truth, a generous Rumble rant. Keep up the good work, Jesse. You're helping people all over the world. Many blessings.
Thank you. You got to know how to rumble. Amazing.
Anissa or Anissa with a hippo sticker. Very cool. Thank you.
A hippo. Amazing.
Hippopotamus.
Yeah, nice.
Another from Anissa.
They still have those around?
Yeah.
Where are they?
In Africa, I think.
Oh,
There's one country that's killing hippos for food.
really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they've misrun their country so badly. You know, they drove the white people out.
A black country.
I think so, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Anissa says, Jesse, happy belated birthday. I'm glad I found you. I see the evil in me.
Right on. You're on your way. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Now, when you admit it and you forgive your mother and your father, you have help to overcome evil with good. Amazing. Stay with it.
Uncle Ruckus, Jesus gonna let me drive the Lambo up there.
Where to heaven?
Up in heaven, I guess.
No cars are allowed. Amazing. Thank you.
Joel or Joel, amazing.
Amazing.
Mr. Pink bought a coffee. This is buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Observate was a word used in the 1600s, which means the same thing as observe. It is now obsolete in modern English, but Jesse is allowed to use it since he's older than Israel and dirt.
I rest my case. Egg in your face. Hake.
Whatever.
Egg. That white lady taught me how to say egg as well.
Really?
Because I used to say eggs,
Oh,
but now I say eggs. Egg.
right. Jesse, happy belated, says someone.
Thank you, someone.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pink, as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Pink.
Someone says, shout out to you and the crew. You've changed my life in many ways. I'm overcoming daily. I wanted to ask, is it normal to have an out-of-body experience during the silent prayer? Been listening over 4 years, tried it for first time, felt like I came out of my body just watching myself on the couch. What the? Also, how do I deal with my kids in a perfect way? I'm a single dad of 2, son born first, and I do everything on my own. I have a 13 and 9-year-old. Thanks, Jesse.
As far as the outer-body thing, I can either deny or, how you know?
Confirm nor deny.
Oh, confirm or deny. As far as your children, now that you're returning to love by overcoming anger, the love will guide you into dealing with your children in a perfect way. Because we can't make anything happen, but the perfect peace will guide you in that. Stay with it. Follow the light. Amazing. Thank you.
Pastor Chatelet on Friday gifted 111 gold pills.
Amazing.
General Kuhn Peterson, L blank G.
Thank you.
Let's
Amazing.
bleep and go.
There you go.
Thank you, Pastor Chatelet. Old Salty Dog, too, gifted 111 gold pills on pilled.net.
You got to check out pills.net. Thank you.
Aaron G. Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. But if it has happened, what is there left to hope for? Nice.
Nice. Thank you. Amazing.
We were talking about hope on Friday.
Right.
Bible Talk with Siege Sal. Jesse, should wives and mothers not watch Bond?
No, watch it. Wives and mother need it as much as the fathers need it. Amazing. Let me take a break.
We'll read the rest
Thank
later,
you
guys.
all. When I come back, your phone calls and some sound bites here and finish the super chat. Back in a moment. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it, and then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction that your life will be returned to you from God. He will give you your life back because anyone and all people who has anger, they're not themselves. You are the person that you are angry at. That's why it's so important to get to know yourself so that you can see who you're angry at. And if you're doing the hooping and hollering prayers and things like that, some people get up, oh, praise the Lord, hoop and holler, bless my mama, bless my daddy. Continue to do it. Do both. You will see if you want to stay with the hooping and hollering or do you want to be still and know God. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church. Okay, welcome back. So, Cecil, that's her name? Cecil?
Correct.
So, Cecil, why have you asked if women should wear wives and mother? We have women's forum every third Thursday of the month, Sunday morning meetings for everybody, counsel with women married and unmarried all the time of all races. I don't know why you asked that question. What the?
Probably a response to something on Friday, but I just can't remember what it was.
Sunday meetings, I mean, I don't know what made her ask that, but it's so apparent. The truth is for everybody that wants it. It's just that most people don't want it. That's the issue. All right? Quick announcement. The Hake report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. TheHakeReport.com from 9 to 11 a.m. And Hake is on fire. The guy with the good hair. And at 11 a.m. Joel Friday TV. He black. Amazing. Check him out. Grace and Mercy on Mondays. And I don't know what he does on Tuesdays. But check it out and find out. You won't be disappointed. And then the American Anchor Baby. Not sure yet. Are you doing your show today?
Yeah.
You feel up to it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do you know for sure yet?
I'm positive.
Oh, amazing.
As of right now.
All right. The American Anchor Baby. Energy everywhere except for today. Not total energy. He's recovered. The American Anchor Baby at 12 noon. At 12 noon, the American Anchor Baby. Don't miss it. I mentioned anger. It's like mind-blowing to me, mind-blowing to me that nearly all human beings, except for the ones that are starting to overcome anger, believe that anger is necessary, believe that is good, believe that they protect themselves with anger, and they believe that Jesus was angry, and yet they have no perfect peace. And Christ came to bring you peace, but it's mind blowing. I want to give you some examples today of what's happening because of anger. Anger is evil. And anger makes you do things that you cannot help. Really. It's evil. And yet, you call anger good. Let me first remind you, all angry people blame somebody else for the way they think, the way they feel, what they have or don't have. Here's an example of what happens when you're angry. And I want black people to know, just like all races of people, non-exempt. You're angry because you hate your mothers. It's not because of any outer condition at all. Zero. It's not because of any past history, future histories, or what you did, had, or don't have. You're angry because you hate your mothers and your grandmothers. And I say black grandmother because a lot of black folks are being raised by their grandmothers. Men and women, black. It had nothing to do with all these lies that you've been told, racism and what you have or don't have, or opportunity that you have or don't have. All angry people must be born of the spirit of truth. If you want to be free, you got to return to the Father, or you will never enter into perfect peace. And you will always blame somebody else. And it will always be about you. Have you noticed angry people is always about them? Me. Some of you heard about those blacks that broke out of the jail in New Orleans. 10 of them, I believe. Well, according to this report, they almost got them all back now. NBC News has reported more than a week after 10 inmates escaped from a New Orleans jail. And by the way, blacks, you're never going to be free of the anger until you go, unless you're dead, and forgive your mothers and grandmother. And don't fall for this lie. She did the best she could. She did, but she still screwed you up. Anyway, NBC has reported more than a week after 10 inmates escaped from a New Orleans jail, 3 more fugitives have been captured. One you're right. Now, how's that?
Better, yeah, that's good.
More.
No.
I'm right here. How's that?
That's better, thanks.
Okay.
That arrow might be off. We'll have to fix that.
No, it's yeah, okay. It's pull your mic. Thank you. I'm getting instruction from the white people. And then a Mexican.
Very nice.
Mexican who think he's white.
Racially confused.
Anyway, NBC News. More than a week after 10 inmates escaped from a New Orleans jail, 3 more fugitives have been captured. One was arrested in Baton Rouge, and 2 others were in jail. Were just north of Houston. 2 escapees remain at large. Watch this from today.
Overnight, investigators recapturing 3 more fugitives more than a week after the shocking escape of 10 inmates from a New Orleans jail. Authorities arresting Lenton Van Buren about an hour away in Baton Rouge and Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald in a county just north of Houston, Texas. While 8 of the escapees are now back in custody, a convicted murderer and a man who had escaped from a different jail in 2019 are both still at large. Police also arresting several people they believe assisted the inmates.
Black excellence. Amazing, huh? Anger. And they're going to blame it on racism. They're going to blame it on the white man. They're escaping prison because of racism, slavery, Jim Crow. And they're going to have other people who make a lot of money keeping these people in denial. They're going to have them support it. They're breaking out of prison because the jails are overcrowded. And according to the report, the serial escapee is still out. What a mess, huh? And you call anger good. You think it's normal, even though it brings you no peace at all. Anytime you can be affected by words, you have no perfect peace. good or bad. If a good word, so-called good word, can make you feel good, you have no perfect peace. If a so-called bad word can make you feel bad, you have no perfect peace. If somebody can call you the N-word and you react, you have no perfect peace. You don't. You are asleep and you are in a prison and don't know it. And you need to do what the black folks try to do, escape. You can escape your prison. All people, men and women. And bond is for everybody. And it's so clear, I don't even know how anyone asked that question. What the? A former police chief, think about this. A former police chief escaped from an Arkansas prison. New York Times is reporting. A manhunt entered its second night in northern Arkansas after a former police chief convicted of first-degree murder and rape slipped out of a high-security prison dressed in fake law enforcement uniform. What the? What's this?
It comes as another urgent manhunt is now underway in Arkansas. Law enforcement agencies searching for a former police chief turned convicted felon who broke out of prison near the state's northern border.
We have K-9 units, we have drones, we have on foot.
56-year-old Grant Harden is serving decades-long sentences for rape and murder. The sheriff's department releasing this photo they say shows him in disguise, wearing a makeshift corrections officer uniform as he made his escape from prison on Sunday through a secured gate.
We're still looking into that, into what exactly that was made out of, how he was able to get those materials.
Did you used to be a police officer somewhere?
Harden's case, the subject of 2 true crime documentaries. Following the investigation and later arrest of the former Gateway, Arkansas police chief, he pleaded guilty to the 2017 murder of a city employee and was later tied to the rape of a school teacher in the 90s.
He was right there and nobody knew.
Now, investigators actively reviewing surveillance footage and looking into who Harden may have communicated with to determine if he had outside help. Authorities admit his law enforcement background presents a challenge.
That probably makes it a little bit trickier. At the same time, we do have some resources that he does not.
Amazing, huh? It doesn't matter what type of job you have. Anger doesn't care about that. And you can have a nice uniform, by the way, nice police outfit. How did he get it in prison? How he made that? So I wonder how. The police chief. It doesn't matter if you're a police, if you're the president, vice president, housekeeper, so-called poor or rich, male or female. If you have anger, and you do, you have no perfect peace. Something else is driving you. And you're not in the driver's seat. You're in the back seat, and you don't know it because you have anger. You think you're in the front seat. You think you're driving. You're in one of those electric cars that we see in LA all the time now. Self-driving cars. It's driving you, but you think you're driving it. And it doesn't matter what your job is. You will never know perfect peace. And the imperfect peace, which is hell, which is sleep, will tell you that nobody has it. No, nobody has perfect peace. You can't have it here on earth. I'm imperfect. I can't have perfect peace, they say. 888-7753. All anger, what I just showed you. The mothers who are unwilling to raise the man's children have no perfect peace. Stay home and raise the man's children had no perfect peace. Amazing. 888-775-3773. Let me go to Alan, our first-time caller out of Michigan. Alan, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Amazing. I have no anger.
888-77. I think he was probably went at his phone. Alan, call me back when you can. It sounded like you was not ready yet. Let me go to Bob out of North Dakota. Bob, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
How you doing, Jesse?
And this Bob?
Yeah.
Speak right into your phone, all right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just want a little advice, Jesse.
Okay.
I moved in the neighborhood, and it is mostly black folks. I just want the inside of their crookedness, because they've been so kind to me for about 8 years. They shovel my snow and they cut my grass. Even the doggone kids that come and fix up my tutor plant box. I mean, they had it beautiful. I would go to the door and I would try to get them $25 and they won't take a damn dime.
What's your question for
me?
me?
They might be casing my joint. Huh?
They might be what?
I think they might be casing my joint.
How old are you?
They've been taking care of me for 8 years.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 73.
And why do you think they may be casing you?
Because of the way you talk, I hear you all every day about what blacks is.
Are you
so
black?
I know they can't. No, I'm just a white people.
You what?
A white people.
What?
I'm white.
Oh.
And I'm just asking. And I know you know the insight because you tell about blacks every day. And I just want to, just get what they looking for. Because they so kind and they just treat me, with all respect. But I know it's got to be something they doing wrong. I know it is because I hear you talking about it every day.
Are you Phyllis?
No.
Are you Phyllis?
I'm Bob.
Are you Phyllis?
Who is that?
You.
No, I'm Bob.
Are you Phyllis?
I don't know what you're meaning.
Yes, you do.
All I want to know is what I'm going to do with these boxes.
Are you Phyllis?
Would you tell me what I'm going to do with these boxes?
Are you Phyllis?
I'm serious. Are you playing games?
Are you Phyllis?
You tell about boxes every day.
Hey.
But you're saying boxes this and that. I just want to know what I do with them if they so kind. No, I'm not.
Are you Phyllis?
My name is Bob Bright.
No, you're not.
My name is Bob Bright.
No, it's not.
You're lying. My name is Bob White.
No, it's not.
You're lying.
That's not. You
You don't want to listen. You did all this talking about black people.
Phyllis, hold on.
Bob.
Phyllis, hold on.
B-O-B, Bright, B-R-I-G-H-T.
Phyllis, hold on.
Bob is my name.
If you want to communicate,
Bob,
Phyllis.
Phyllis. Yes, sir. No.
If you want to communicate,
you're lying.
Bye.
You're lying.
Bye, Phyllis.
Bob.
Sage is busy. What?
Well,
Well,
that's her white accent, I guess.
Huh?
That's her white accent, I guess.
And she's trying to make herself sound like a man too, but it's not working.
She ended up sounding blacker.
Yeah. Poor Phyllis.
I can't believe I didn't recognize her until it worked on me. Nice accent. Good work.
No, that was Phyllis. Phyllis is the black lady they called yesterday, and you could not communicate with because she's out of control. She's everything that we talk about with anger. Let me go to a first-time caller, TJ, out of Georgia. Georgia on my mind. Phyllis, TJ, welcome to the show. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. All right, so I am 22, and I forgave my parents like a little while ago, and that helped like a few things. I was just like nice to finally do. Essentially, I've been smoking pot for like all day, every day for like 6 years straight. And I do, like, I'd go to college, I'd have my job, I do it morning, afternoon, before everything, after everything. And every day it's like my last, I've always like, this is it, this is it, this is it. And I don't enjoy it. The more I think about it, I don't know if I've ever actually enjoyed it. That's like the weird thing, even though I've done it thousands of times. And I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I was in just a bad mood and like depressed and all this stuff. And I like went out with my friends and just did a bunch of different drugs and stuff. And I had like a panic attack or something. This sounds super beta, but I just gotta be honest.
No, it's not beta. I understand it. Go ahead.
I just had like a panic. I've never had like a panic attack doing any of the hallucinogenics or any of that stuff, but I did. And they didn't even know. It wasn't like I was on the ground like crying or freaking out, but I was just sitting there just freaking out. And ever since that day, I mean, I don't know if it's like the devil told me this or whatever, but ever since I did that, I have literally not been able to calm down. I haven't been able to eat. I haven't been able to sleep. I feel like I like did brain damage or everything, and everyone around me, they're like, you're fine. But I don't know. It's just been hell. Like ever since I did that one night, about like a week and a half ago, I've been having a hard time remembering things. And I think a lot of it's just anxiety, but I just want to know what your thoughts are.
How
really
old are you?
22.
Did you say you have forgiven your parents?
Yes, sir.
You went to your mother?
Yes.
And what did you say to her?
I said, this was like about a couple months ago because I was listening to you, and I was mad at her about a few different things, and I just went up to her and I was like, hey, like, sorry for resenting you. It's wrong. And I have no anger towards her at all anymore. But I was like, hey, I totally forgive you. Like, there's no problem. And then she took it great. And then I went to my dad like a couple weeks later and was like, first we got into a fight. That was the weird thing. We got into like a big fight. And I don't know, he like went crazy, and then it just hit me then. I was like, oh, I need to go forgive him. And I did that. It went over really well. And he was like, God, like, this is all I've ever wanted to hear. So that went over good. And then just, like I felt okay after that. And I was just kept doing my thing, school and work and getting high just every second of my day. It feels like you keep saying, I'm going to stop. And then I had that episode, and now it's like, it feels like permanent. Like, oh, I did like that one too many times, and now I'm crazy.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I've been trying it. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
What do you mean by that?
When I like sit there and like close my eyes and try to relax, I don't like see, when I like watch the movie, as you say, I don't like see anything.
Can you hold? Can you hold, TJ?
Yes.
Hold for me. Let me take a break, and then I'll come right back to you once I return.
Okay.
I gotta take a quick break. This hour's gone. Hate news, not the fake news. 2 more hours to go. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. Freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought, because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free, just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing.
That New Orleans, Louisiana escapees manhunt continues for the last 2 out of 10. I guess they've caught 8, at least last I heard. I don't know if there's an update since early this morning. And there's Russia-Ukraine mess war, blah, blah, blah. And the Israel-Hamas war, blah, blah, blah. It's continuing. It's out of control. And a 53-year-old over in Liverpool, England, right? England, drove into a crowd of soccer fans, injuring dozens. This is in Liverpool. Well, I mentioned Liverpool already. Dozens injured. They had to extricate people from underneath the vehicle. Apparently no dead, though, unless I am misreading it or missing something. Crazy, huh? This is the end of hour 1 already of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Country and Western Tuesday, May 27th, AD 2025. The lines are full, guys, but you can call in every so often just in case a line opens up. 1-888-775-3773. If you're overseas, you can no longer use Skype, I hear. They're no longer servicing it. But there may be another way to call in. I mean, there's many ways to call in. You can pay for international minutes, which can be costly. But if you figure out a free way or figure out a cheap way or a good way to do it, a reliable way, let us know so we can pass on the good word for all of our overseas would-be callers, please. And thank you. Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports. We're back on Commie Nonsense, guys. The manhunt continues for the last 2 of 10 inmates who escaped from a New Orleans jail earlier this month. Authorities also searching for a former police chief, as you heard earlier this hour on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, serving time for R-word, rape, and murder, who fled from an Arkansas prison on Sunday. What prompted these prison breaks? Don't know. They claim that there's several factors: staffing shortages, aging facilities, and quote-unquote nothing to lose on whatever. Anyway, Russia launched overnight attacks on the Ukraine on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, killing at least 29 people, including children, wounding dozens more. Including children, I should say, not including children. Wounding dozens more. The Kremlin's intensified aerial bombardment came as international pressure mounted on Russian President Vladimir Putin to accept a ceasefire proposal. Even our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, took issue with Putin's recent actions. Quote, "I've always had a very good relationship with Vladimir Putin of Russia, but something has happened to him. He has gone absolutely crazy," all caps, crazy, Trump posted on Truth Social. That's real Donald Trump on Truth Social. You can also follow the Hake Report on Truth Social. Nice. On Monday, the Kremlin downplayed Trump's remarks, categorizing them as emotional reactions. Also on Monday, Germany and other Ukrainian allies, I shake my head, lifted restrictions on Kiev firing long-range missiles into Russia following the massive aerial attacks, a move the Kremlin slammed as a dangerous decision. Yeah, it doesn't sound right. I don't know. A rally over the weekend in Tel Aviv's Hostage Square demanding return of captives from Hamas included some guy who was an IDF soldier who had been captured. And he was all scared because of the Israeli airstrikes that can be dangerous even to the hostages. Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, Benjamin, said that, he's based, by the way, said that defeating Israel's enemies was the quote-unquote supreme objective. Nice. We'll see. I don't know. Some of you guys disagree with me that he's based. Shout out. A 53-year-old British man, supposedly British. I think he might have been white. I don't know. I forget. Arrested Monday, he allegedly drove into a crowd of fans attending Liverpool Football Club's Premier League victory parade. Football means soccer for us Americans. That's soccer. But football for the communists, rest of the world, the globalists. But anyway, 4 people, 3 adults, 1 child had to be removed from underneath the vehicle. Dozens injured and not treated as terrorism, but it's a big mess. Liam Robinson is the city council leader of Liverpool, or one of them. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP.
to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of, instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. It's amazing. I'm losing my voice, and I got to tape 3 brand new hours of The Fallen State right after my show today at 11. What the? So I'm going to speak softly for the rest of the 2 hours. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. And no biblical question today. If you're running about, working, whatever, making breakfast or whatever you're doing, anywhere in the world, you just can't sit and watch the show live. You can podcast, but you can be listening live on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. All right? It's Tuesday. Second hour of the show on Tuesday. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Amazing. I want to go back to the phone here. It seems like my headset thing or mic thing going out again. I want to go back to TJ, a first time caller out of Georgia, oh my mind. And TJ is having difficulty smoking pot. TJ.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for holding. Here's what I recommend you do. Oh, tell me about the silent prayer. When you do the silent prayer, what happens?
When I sit and close my eyes and try to relax and watch the movie, as you say, I don't see anything. I don't have any. I can't really watch my thoughts. It's almost like nothing really happens, and then as soon as I stop, it's just back to constant thoughts. Yeah.
But that's what happens when you're watching those thoughts. You are now aware of the not you. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your body. You're none of those things. And so when you sit to watch them, the light of truth is shining. The light is shining on the darkness, and the darkness hides from the light. So that's what you want, to be able to see them. But when they're not there, it's only because you're aware of them. And so when you are having a bunch of thoughts, because sometimes you're going to sit and you're just going to be overwhelmed with thoughts. Sit and watch that too, but don't call it you. Do nothing about it, and don't call it you. And I promise you, eventually, all of those psychological and emotional thoughts will be gone. They will disappear. They'll be taken away from you. You want to sit and watch it, but they are telling you without you even realizing that, oh, it's not working. You have no thoughts. It's not that I thought I was supposed to have thought. When you hear those voices that sound like yours, those are voices are not you. Those are the thoughts, the voices of evil pretending to be you. So you're doing the silent prayer just fine.
So I am doing it right. Okay.
Yes, you're doing just fine. Have no expectation, but you sit and observe those thoughts. If there are no thoughts, it's working. If there are thoughts and you're aware of it, it's working. You're doing just fine.
Okay.
And
I don't know. I don't know why I've been feeling so. I mean, I guess I need to stop saying I and identifying with it. I've just been feeling off, just super off the last week or so. Like I'm having a hard time remembering things. I don't know. I was like thinking about going to the doctor yesterday. I don't know what's going on.
You don't have a physical. Do you have a physical issue?
No, it's just mental.
Here's what I want you to do. You're doing just fine. All you're doing now is identifying with thoughts and feelings. You have gone back into thoughts. You've gone back into sleepiness. You've gone back to sleep. Just be aware of that and come back to present. That's all you need to do. The truth is still with you. The truth is still helping you. You just don't realize. So when you find yourself really smoking a lot of pot, try not to. Try to go without it. And if you feel like, and I really want to encourage you to do this, and it's going to work. You'll be fine if you do it. Try to go without it, and the thoughts are going to overwhelm you. Oh, you just had a problem with somebody. You need pot. You just this or that. Don't do it. And if you feel like you gotta have it, then do it being aware of rolling it up or however you smoke it. Be aware of lighting it up. Be aware of bringing it to your mouth to smoke it. But do not get angry about it. Don't judge it. Don't have any opinion about you or it at all. Just with awareness, do it. And I promise you, it'll be taken away from you.
Okay. Do you think that, like, because I don't think I've taken realistically more than, I've probably gone like maybe 48 hours in the last 6 years or 7 hours without it, maybe 48 hours. I'm not even sure. Do you think that, like, I've noticed that, especially recently, like when I do it, the voices get, or not like the voices, I'm not like a schizophrenic, like tripping, but like, you know, like the thoughts get like super, super loud. Like it almost becomes like way more loud. But then when I stop, I feel like it's still there. Like, I guess my question is, do you think that if I were to kind of like get it out of all these like different like stuff out of my system, the thoughts would become a little like less intense?
No, what's going to happen is, and you are hearing thoughts in your head, and the thoughts are sounding like you. They're using your voice to pretend to be you. And the reason that they are really, really loud now is because you are working on yourself, and they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to be aware that they exist. They want you to think that is you. And the awareness of it that's bringing on the loudness of it is because the light of truth is shining on the darkness, and they will have to eventually leave your body and find some other body to make a home in because they live as human beings. They don't want to depart from you, so they're only louder because now you're aware of them, and they are having a hissy fit, and they're going to tell you all kinds of crazy things because they don't want to depart from you. You got to get to a point where you live with it, don't call it you, sleep with it, don't call it you, go to work, do your school, but do nothing about what you're thinking or feeling. And I promise you, man, they will be destroyed. The darkness will be taken away from you. God is trying to take that away from you. That's what it means to die from the ego. He is trying to take those spirits away from your body and mind. And they're only streaming because you're aware of them now. You're working on yourself. For other people, they're not even aware that those thoughts are talking to them or they're controlling them because they have become one with the thoughts. And they believe that they are their thoughts and emotions. So those thoughts have no problem with them. They are already controlling those people. But the ones that start to wake up, that's when the thoughts have a hissy fit because they don't want to leave you. They don't want you to see that it's not you.
Yeah, I just feel like the more I try to work on myself, the harder it gets in a weird way.
And that's how it is when you first start out. It's difficult when you first start out because you're starting to wake up and see. And the darkness does not want you to see by the light that it's darkness and not you. Absolutely. But if you stay with it, it's going to get lighter and lighter and easier because the more you see, the more you're going to want to see. The freer you become, the more you're going to want to be free. And you're going to love dealing with darkness with the light. You're going to love the freedom that will come for you, the clear mind.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I need that soon. I'm tired of living like this. It's
beautiful. And that's why it's going to work for you because you recognize I'm tired of living this way. There has to be something better. This ain't it. You're on your way, man. You got to be fine, but you got to live with it and not call it you. And don't let them tell you you're losing your mind, something is wrong. It's all lies. It's not true.
Okay, that helps because I've been getting those thoughts like crazy. Like, you messed up, you did it permanent, like all types of, you did this, you did that.
They're lying to you. They're literally, the spirits that you're now becoming aware of, they've been driving you ever since you were a kid when you first started to resent your mother and turned away from your father. You went into the darkness of your imagination. And the imagination, the Bible talking about the wilderness, right? The son left home, he went out into the wilderness, now he lost. It's talking about your thoughts, your imagination. Your thoughts are the wilderness and you're lost into the thoughts. But now that you realize you're lost and you had it made at home, you're now working on yourself. You're on your way back home to the Father. That's all that's happening.
Good. I just keep going, I guess. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not give up. It want you to stop. It want you to go back into darkness so that it could continue to live in you and drive you and make you think and feel and do things that you'll regret later.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, I appreciate you taking my call and giving me your thoughts on, or not thoughts, but your insight on this.
Yeah, but you're on your way, man. And all those thoughts and emotions, because you can't have the emotion unless you have thoughts. It's impossible to have emotions and not have thoughts first. And the emotions are confirming the thoughts, and they make you think that it's real because you feel it in your body, but you're not your body, and they're not in you. They're in the body, but they're not in you. You're doing fine, man. You're coming out of the sleep that you've been living in all your life.
Gotcha. No, I'll let you get to other callers. I don't want to hold you up real quick. I just want to ask one last quick thing.
Okay.
Have you heard of either yourself or like people you've worked with complete? I haven't been able to eat the last few days, sleep. Is that like you've heard of people with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But don't when you can't sleep, unless you have a physical problem. Now, if it's a physical problem, go to the doctor. But don't let sleep be so important. Don't let the devil tell you, oh, you got to get your rest. You won't be able to go to work tomorrow. You can just, don't let sleep be that important, and then you'll be able to sleep.
Okay. Same thing with eating, I guess.
Same thing with eating. And don't let anything or anyone in any form or fashion be that important to you. You only want the truth first, along with nothing else or no one else. Love the truth first, and the truth will work for you 24 hours a day. It will never let you down.
Okay, thank you.
But listen, so in closing, you're on your way. You're doing fine. You're waking up, and the darkness in you that you've been one with does not like that. It does not. Those spirits, when you feel anxiety, that's a spirit, dark spirit. When you feel worry, a dark spirit. When you feel lonely, a dark spirit. When you feel fear, a dark spirit. When you feel depressed, suicidal thoughts, dark spirits. When you feel whatever you feel, it's not you. Those are spirits that's been limiting you. And the world gave them beautiful names. They stopped calling those thoughts evil. They call them suicidal thoughts. They call them depression. They call them anxiety. And then they give you pills for spiritual issues. And now you're worse off before you took the pill because now you're living in like a zombie.
Yeah, I don't want to get on any pills or anything.
So you're on your way, man. Just stay with the silent prayer. Do it. Have no opinion about it because it's going to make you think, try to make you think it's not working. It is working. That's why I try to convince you that it's not working.
Right.
It is
morning and night.
Absolutely.
Morning and night.
And then during the day, when you're caught up in your head thinking about the past or the future, just realize you're in your head. You want to be present where life is. Everything is always, always right here, right now. So, but those thoughts, which are evil, which is of the evil spirit, they want to try to make you think about the past or the future, what has happened or what's going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. Just know you're in a thought, and just be aware of your body. Your body is always present, and just relax. You'll be fine. You're going to be fine if you stay with this.
Okay, I'll stick with it.
But it will try to talk you out of it.
Yeah, it does. All day, every day.
And it does that to everyone who truly want to wake up. And some people start working on it, and they'll get all that going on. They'll fall away from it. Or somebody else will tell, oh, you don't need to be doing that. That doesn't work. You need to read the Bible or something, right? And they'll fall away from it. But it's only that man or woman who's sick and tired of living in their hell. They see this all the way through, even if their family turned against them, their children, their wife, their husband, their so-called friends, or whatever. It won't even matter because you're overcoming the world and you love the truth more than anybody or anything.
Okay. Gotcha. I appreciate it.
Any part of that that's not clear to you or you doubt?
It sounds like, I usually don't hear that. Usually it's just people like, come on, man, like, what's wrong with you? Like, just keep coming out and doing this, what I've always been doing. Just keep coming out. Like, what's wrong with you? It's usually not,
And that's what the devil tell you inside of other people. You got to realize most people, 99% of people love their thrills, whether so-called good thrills or bad thrills, good thrills or bad thrills, good thrills or bad thrills. They love them. And by you working on yourself, the spirit of evil inside of them are going to use them to try to pull you back into hell. Don't fall for it.
Dang, that's deep. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Because you got to realize the devil is serious. Evil spirits are serious about taking every soul that it can possibly take. And so they're not just going to roll over and say, oh, okay, I'm done, bye. You need the spirit of the light, and you have that to destroy that. So when those friends and others tell you, oh, come on out and party, come on out and hit this joint, don't do it.
Yeah.
And
that would be as soon as I've, like, even the last couple of days been like, I'm not feeling it. They're like, oh, what? Like, what's wrong with you? It's just pot. Like, it's just, it's just like, blah, blah, blah. Like, and usually I would agree. I would be like, yeah, and I'm just being a beta. Like, I need to just keep doing it. But I haven't been getting any peace or joy from that. And I've been doing it, feels like forever, even though I'm only 22. But I'm looking for something different. I can't keep
Right on.
feeling all this. Yeah.
Well, don't let those people pull you back in because they will. They'll try hard. Because
yeah, they do.
when you're around them and you're not smoking pot and and they so accustomed to you smoking pot, and that way they don't have to feel wrong about smoking pot. But if you're around them and you used to smoke with them and now you don't smoke with them, they're going to feel guilty. They're going to feel bad. And they're going to try to pull you in to smoke the pot so they can feel better about smoking.
Right. And did you say, I think I saw like a clip, did you say that when, like, I guess I might be getting this a little bit wrong, but essentially you were like, smoking pot's like not the problem, or it's, you don't get the insight from God when you're under the influence or something?
No.
Like that's the problem?
You get an insight from the devil when you're high, but the devil tell you it's from God, and you think that you listen to God and you're not.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. It really does.
No, you're not. You're just high. You're not listening to God.
Right.
But be aware of your surroundings, your friends and others. They will try to pull you in, and then if you don't smoke, they're gonna say, "Oh, you trying to be a Christian. You think you're better than we are. I remember when you did this and you did that." And
that's already started happening.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
I remember when you were a slut maker. Now you're trying to talk about don't have sex. They go all in.
That is. Sorry to cut you off. Is that like a problem too? Like, because I mean I've been doing that a lot as well over the last few years. Should I probably try to stop doing that?
Absolutely.
As well?
Because that's just like drugs. It gives you a false sense of good feeling. It gives you a false sense of love. It's no different than smoking pot.
Yeah.
It's the same thrill. And then you can't get enough of it because just like with the pot, once you get the thrill from the sex, you want more sex. And then you say you can't stop thinking about sex, just like you can't stop thinking about the pot. It's all for the thrill because you don't have perfect peace, and you're looking for something on the outside to give you perfect peace. And the pot and all those things feel like perfect peace, but it's not. That's why you have to have more and more and more to try to get that feeling back of peace, and it's not.
Yeah. So you advocate for like waiting till marriage, essentially?
No, I'm telling you, put first what's right. The kingdom of God, because if you put sex first or anybody first, that becomes your God. Wow. And you only want God to be your God. And don't worry about marriage. Don't worry about dating. None of that. You want to put that first. And don't try to get right because you want to have a woman on that mess. You want to be right because you're sick of your hell.
I feel like I've been in hell, man. Really, I don't see how it could get any worse.
Right. Especially now, it could get worse if you were not working on yourself. People get worse with hell. They don't get better. And so, but now that you're aware of this and you're working on you, it's not going to get worse. Now, the devil and those demons going to scream at you because they don't want to leave you, but you're going to get better. You'll be fine.
Well, thank you. Thanks for the encouragement. I'm going to keep doing the silent prayer and just put God first for real this time.
Yeah, go all the way with it. And one last thing, your family member is going to turn against you too.
Really?
Yeah. And
I hope not.
The darkness in them going to hate the light in you, and you won't mind that they're turning against you because they were never a real family member anyway. Just because they're blood family doesn't mean they're your true family. So you won't mind. Don't worry about that for now, though. You won't mind. You will understand.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let me know how it goes, but go back to the prayer. Stop calling the thoughts and feeling you so you can stop the emotions. Don't call them you so you can stop identifying with them. Just quietly say to yourself, I see it, meaning those thoughts. I feel it in my body. It's not me. So you can stop identifying with them.
Okay. I will start doing that.
And if you happen to smoke pot again, do not. Do
I
not.
really don't want to.
Do not. Hey, don't want to or not want to. Stop doing that because you're making a judgment.
Dang.
Don't because if you're like, I don't want to, then it's gonna happen because now you're gonna want to because you're gonna try so hard not to do it, you're gonna end up doing it. And
Should
then
I just throw it away? I have like an ounce like right in front of me right now. Should I just throw it all away?
No, not now. Because you want to overcome it. Because you'll throw it away and then you go down to Mexico and buy another ton of it.
I've gone back into my trash and dug it up before.
I know. Because you lie to yourself and you're like, oh my God, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then you go back and dig it up or you go buy more. So it's like you're lying to yourself. But if you didn't think about, I don't want to, you would never think about, I'm doing it again. If you don't need either one of those.
Right, yeah. It also just costs me so much of my money I just throw.
Of course.
50, 60, 70 bucks away. Just
all for the thrill of it. But it's going to all change if you stay with this. Stop fighting with it and let the spirit of truth fight on your behalf. Don't call it right or wrong. Don't call it good or evil. Don't call it beta or alpha. Stop with the title things.
Okay.
You want to live a life of no titles.
Just go with it.
You just want to be, yes.
Okay. I will do that.
You live with your parents?
Yeah, if only for a little bit longer, and then I'm out of here.
Oh, okay. And don't regret that either. Don't call that beta. You know now you're on your way out. Be grateful you have a place to stay for now, and then continue to work, and eventually.
You cut out?
No, eventually you'll be free. You really will. So drop all titles, drop all judgment. Just simply live your life. Don't try to be like anyone. Don't compare yourself to anyone. And I promise you, man, you're going to come out of your prison of your imagination and emotions.
That sounds amazing. I'm trying to get there. That's what I'm going to do.
Let me know how it goes.
Yes, sir. I'll call back in
like
a month or so.
Right on.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Amazing. Let me go to William out of California. William, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, William. Amazing.
Good. I've been wanting to wish you a happy birthday for a few days, and a lot of people have been calling, deservedly so, to give you their blessings. And I, too, am doing the same thing by saying happy belated birthday to you, Mr. Peterson.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. It was amazing.
You know, I knew there was something about you way back during the talk show days. It's when I first got interested in you. And, Jesse, your birthday is the same day as my father's.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I knew there was something that attracted me to you and your format. And some of these things that you say, as I see you had 2 callers yesterday that just could not get it. And when you say this thing about forgiving your mother, people get offended and everything, but you have to be able to understand what you're saying. Now, I was fortunate enough to have both my parents in my life. And my father, I did not understand this back then of what you're saying now. He would come and he would come home and he would be looking for what?
Hold on, William. Can you hold?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me take a quick break. I got to take a quick break. Back in a moment. Anytime you have situations happening in your life, always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. Thoughts make you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Couple announcement. Check out our merch, folks. Amazing merch. The coffee, we got the mugs, the t-shirts, the hoodies, and they are amazing. The people, I hear from people, honestly, I hear from people all the time. Jesse, I love the merch. And they love when she's crying, she's lying. Tom is like a mug. Your daddy didn't leave you. He left your mama. All kinds of stuff. And then we got White History Month coming up in July. And the people already, White History Month t-shirts are flying off the shelves already. They're like, Jesse, I want my White History Month t-shirt before. I don't want to wait too late. So all kinds of stuff. And the punchy coffee, good. And the beauty about all this, you are helping us when you buy all this. You're helping us to do what we are doing. Every dime goes right back into our work, nonprofit organization and everything. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/stores, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, or JesseLeePeterson.shop. JesseLeePeterson.shop. And two other quick things. I do personal shout-outs, and they are amazing. Congratulations shout-out, birthday shout-outs, encouragement shout-outs, wedding shout-outs, just shout-outs around the world. And if you want them, and a lot of people do, go to Cameo for personal shout-out. CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. And whatever else, I forgot. But anyway, the shout out, for counseling. The best counseling service on this side of heaven. I do it myself by phone, Skype, or walk-ins. All right? Individual and family counseling around the world. So if you want counseling, go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663. All right? Let me go. And remember, counseling is jam-packed every day. So if you don't get right in, be patient. We'll get you in as early as possible. And then if somebody cancel or reschedule for whatever reason, we notify the next person in line around the world. So be patient. Don't be yelling at the counselor, the person making the appointment. What the? They're doing the best they can to get you in as soon as possible, all right? Let me go quickly back to William out of California. William, thanks for holding. Go ahead.
Yeah, my dad looked forward to coming home from work every day and looking for his sons. No matter what we did, if we were in trouble or we weren't in trouble, he only wanted to be around me and my brother. When you say save yourself, save you from your mama, they take it wrong. It doesn't mean that my mother wasn't a good woman, but my father made it very clear that these two boys belonged to me, and he kept us with him. When we didn't want to be with him sometimes, but he kept us with him and him in our lives.
It used to be that. You make such a good point, because it used to be that way in the good old days, where the fathers and even the grandfather didn't tolerate the mother weakening the boys or the girls, to be honest, but especially not the boys.
Not the boys. If my dad was not around, he made sure my grandfather came to get us.
Yeah.
And this is what you mean by, saving you from the woman, to keep you from being a beta, a mama. The guy you were talking to yesterday about South Africa, that's a mama spirit. It's not true about he's saying about South Africa. South Africa hasn't been a good place to go to since they let the blacks take over the country. Now it's a mess.
It's amazing to me that they're trying to deny that there's not a genocide in South Africa with put up on the white people.
Well, the mama spirit, a good example, the New Orleans jailbreak. Have you noticed something very, very, very strange? Is that who had a lot to do with that jailbreak? Women, black women.
Oh yeah, it's been reported that one of the black women picked them up when they were running away from the prison. Some black woman.
Yes.
They've been feeding them and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, mess.
It's a mess. And Derek has a clip in Mississippi. There's something happened, and there's a bunch of women, bunch of black women. They tore up a hair shop to get weaves. Derek has a clip for you. And I just wanted to say to you, Jesse, thank you for everything. And there is a good company, which is Shelby Steele, Walter Williams, Larry Elder, Thomas Sowell, and the fifth one, the Big Five, Jesse Lee Peterson. The way that you give these young men information is priceless. And my hat's off to you for your work.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Derek has a clip for you. And these women can, because I overheard it you yesterday in the car. You called that lady Phyllis. I think you called her Maze a couple of times. But the thing is,
she was talking so fast. It's all like trying to deal with Maze. Shout out to Maze.
Shout out. But the thing is they never address anything you ask them. They always go, what about the whites? Well, we're not talking about the whites. We're asking you a question about what's happening in our lives right now. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, William. I appreciate it, man.
And thank you too, Jesse.
And I will check out the video. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, amazing. Tony out of California. Tony, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How the heck are you?
All is well, Tony.
Yeah, I understand you got a birthday that's passed. I wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Good love. And where's my coffee, Jesse?
Did you order it?
I ordered some coffee 3 months ago, and I guess Trump put a stop to it, huh?
Did you really order, or are you messing around?
Man, come on, Jesse. Where's my coffee, man?
You ain't ordering no coffee. You lying.
There you go. There you go, man. I thought you had a plantation.
You ain't been more ordering no coffee than that woman, Phyllis named Bob.
Jesse, you said you had a plantation here in the United States. Where's the coffee at, bro? Where's the coffee at, bro? Where's my coffee at, bro?
Anything else?
It cost me $100 for shipping.
Well, you sure did it. Now I know you're lying.
The tariff, brother. The tariff is killing you.
What?
The tariff, man, to ship that coffee overseas to the United States. Where's the coffee, Jesse?
Tony, what are you talking about?
The coffee, Jesse.
Tony, I got to run because I can't just see so many people on the line here. We got super chat.
Well, I'm asking where my coffee is, Jesse.
Stop lying, but if you want coffee, go to rebuildingtheman.com, all right?
I've been there.
Rebuildingtheman.com, and I let him go. He playing around. Maybe related to Phyllis. Amazing. Let me go to BRANDI out of Hawaii. Brandy, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Brandy, how are you?
I don't know. I'm okay.
What do you mean?
Hanging in there. It's early. It's 4:30, I think now.
Wow, you on your way to work or something? What you doing up so early?
My son's awake. He woke us all up. But since I'm up, I wanted to call you anyways.
How old is your son?
He's 7.
Oh, okay.
But he's autistic, so he's.
Oh, I see.
He has a mind of his own. So I think it was last week I called you. Remember, I called and told you I was starting a cleaning business?
Yes. How's that going?
I ordered the cards and everything, but I haven't actually started yet because I work at Costco. So
Nice.
I put my 2 weeks in on Wednesday, last Wednesday.
And don't say where you work.
Oh, okay.
Well, go
Well, I
ahead.
put my 2 weeks in, and on Sunday they came back and offered me a cashier's job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cashier
But-
make good money.
Yeah, they do.
I remember
But now
when
I don't know
worked
what
for
to do.
I worked for the grocery store when I first moved to LA at 18. I got a job at the Better Foods Market, and I started off as a box boy, meaning back the food and take it out to the car. Then I went into produce. I worked in the produce department. Then I became a cashier, and that's where I made the real money.
Yeah. That's why I don't know what to do now. And I know you say if you don't know what to do nothing.
Yeah,
But I already gave my 2 weeks.
Continue what you're doing until you see what to do if there's anything different to do. But go ahead.
Okay. So I know you've owned a cleaning, like a janitorial business, and it sounds like you've been a cashier too. What did you think was a better decision for you back then?
Well,
Those
when I
different
was
times, but-
working for the supermarket, I was working for the supermarket. I thought that was better. That's all I had. So I did that, and then another opportunity came. I went and took that opportunity. I did that, and then eventually I was able to. The opportunity came to start the janitorial business. I did that. I just did what's in front of me to do, and I didn't think of it as which was best because I didn't have to make choices. They were made for me.
Okay.
I just did whatever the opportunity, when the opportunity came, I just did that.
Oh, okay. Because on Sunday they offered me the cashier job, but then they said if I don't want to do that, and pretty much said that if I don't even have to give my 2 weeks. I could leave today. They gave me too many decisions, and I'm like, I gotta go home and think about it.
What'd your husband say?
He thinks that the cleaning business would be better because I drive so far, and then I can make my own hours and be my own boss, and I'll probably make more money. And yeah, he thinks it would be better, but I'd be letting go of the insurance. And then I just found out I'm autistic too. So I'm taking in
You are
a lot of the sounds.
What an
Yeah.
autistic lady doing with a janitorial service?
I think it might be better for me because there's less noise. I think that's part of, I take in like all the noise around
You know
me
what
when
wrong
people
with you? May I tell you what's wrong?
Sure.
You're a double-minded person. You're not
I was
single-minded.
thinking that.
And you're not single-minded. You got an opportunity in front of you. You got. First of all, you had the opportunity. You had made up your mind. You're gonna start your janitorial service, and then the devil said, "Well, I don't know about that. You might, blah, blah, blah." And then now you got the opportunity with your job offer you another opportunity, and then now the devil tell you, "Well, what about this?" You're consulting with the devil instead of taking advantage of the opportunity and just let it go where it goes. You're double-minded, and a double-minded person is unstable in all of his or her ways. You got to become a single-minded person. Stop being double-minded.
Yeah, I've thought of that before. I've seen that in me before.
So why don't you stop listening to the afterthoughts?
Yeah, I try.
Why don't you stop listening to the afterthoughts?
Well, I think that, like, with this situation, it's the thoughts for sure. I thought of that too.
Why don't you stop listening to the afterthoughts? You listen to evil. You got to make up your mind. Are you going to go with the opportunities that come? Or are you going to listen to the devil to tell you what if? Or maybe if you do this, or maybe blah, blah, blah. Which one? You can't have both.
Yeah, I can't have two masters. Because the thoughts jump in my head like, oh, well, if you're going to let those insurance go, because, you know, they have good insurance, and am I making the right decision? And, yeah, I have all those thoughts come in to my head, so I agree with you. I saw that. That's what I'm calling.
And you won't even listen to, you say you talk to your husband about it, and it sounds like your husband is okay with it, so you won't even listen to him.
Yeah, but...
Yeah,
he,
but...
He at first said that he didn't...
but. Say you like, yeah, but...
Yeah, I think the cleaning would be mentally better for me, too. Like, I don't have to deal with so many people at once. You know, like the store, you deal with a lot of people all the time. And with the cleaning business, it's like a customer at a time. It's not so many at once. So I guess maybe that's my answer. But yeah, I do notice that I am double-minded on things.
When will you stop listening to thoughts?
I don't know. They have like this huge control over me.
Only because you allowed it to happen now. What?
Yeah, I thought that I was like overcoming it, but then I just fall right back into that.
And when you fall back into them, why don't you just come right back out? Even if you have to come out 1,000 times a day, why don't you just come out of them?
I do feel like I come out of them 1,000 times a day. Although they come back. But then, yeah, when it's like a big decision, like...
And when they come back, you just come back out. That's all you need to do. You got to fight for your life if you want it. When you go into thought, realize you're in a thought, come back present. If you go into it again, realize you're in, come back present. You got to fight for this. You can't just... You got to be a doer and not just a talker.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the thoughts were telling me, too, is like, oh, because I don't have any customers yet. Oh, if you quit... What if you don't get any clients, you know?
And you listen to that too, huh?
Yeah, and I did catch that, and I'm like, that's what Jesse talks about. It's just your thoughts. It's not like it, you know, you got to try. And at least, I mean, I'm a good enough worker that if it doesn't work out, I can always go back. They'll take me back.
You're still speaking a double-minded
thinking. I know.
So the devil tell you, well, if that doesn't work out, you can always go back. So let me tell you this.
Yeah, tell me.
How do you what?
How do I make a good decision? How do I not be double-minded?
You make a good decision by not making a decision.
I don't know how to do that right now when you're supposed to make a decision on whether I stay or go.
Every human being always make the wrong decision. Every human being. There's not one that make a right decision. It's impossible.
Now that you say that, I'm going to make whatever decision I make, I'm going to wonder if I'm making a bad decision now.
See there? You listen to the devil.
That's because of what you just said. I would have quit and I'm going to start the cleaning business, and I would be like, no, is this the wrong decision? Because Jesse just said that no matter what decision I make, it's going to be wrong.
But you're already doing that.
Yeah.
That won't be nothing. That won't be anything new. But listen, I got to run because of time. Mm-hmm. But here's whatever you talk to your husband about it. Whichever thing you're going to take, do it and see what happens. Whether it's your job or the business, you and only you can go with the opportunity that you want to go with.
Okay.
Are you making more money with the cashier?
I think they're going to pay me somewhat more. Yeah.
And you have medical, right?
Yeah, and I have medical. But I have the drive too. But with the cleaning, I mean, I could make over $300 a day if I really put full-time effort into it.
Well, look, make up your mind and go with the opportunity and see what happens instead of being double-minded about it. Do not do what ifs.
Okay.
Let me know what
Well, I
you
guess
decide.
I'll call you back soon because it's going to end up happening soon, either decision I make.
You need to be to be doing the silent prayer so you stay out of those thoughts.
I do them.
No, you don't.
I do.
Every morning.
Every morning, every night, and even with those drives.
All
On
right.
the drives.
All
But then I wonder if my thoughts are messing with me.
See that?
Yeah.
You still listen to the devil? What the?
Yeah.
You don't believe me when I tell you that all thought, or you don't see it for yourself, that all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything? You
I
don't
can't
see
decide
that?
if you're right yet.
What?
I can't decide if it's true or
You're not
or not
supposed
yet.
to decide if it's true or not. You're supposed to see it.
Yeah, I guess maybe I don't see it.
Well, that's clear. You don't. But
All right,
because
I'm going to be working on it.
Yeah, stop trusting the thoughts and see what happens, all right?
Okay.
Let me know
I'll
how
call
it
you
goes,
back.
Brandon. Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Super chat. Super
chats. On D Live, Elijah with a few diamonds. Blacks are killing whites in Africa and everywhere.
Yeah.
Blacks jealous. Whites create a better world. South Africa is the future for whites when they are minorities.
Amazing. No one seemed to recognize it's happening to the whites in America. A genocide is already happening and it's been going on for a long time and it's getting worse. But, okay, I tried to warn you, like I tried to warn white people, don't be afraid to be honest with the blacks. They need you to love them by being honest with them and not going along with the mess. But you'll see, the genocide is here too. And it's in Europe and it's in all the white countries. Amazing. Thank you.
Anthony on Cash App. No abortion, give the baby up for adoption then. It also says on Cash App, blacks, not all in the USA and Africa, want revenge. Evil.
Not all, but most. And that's amazing. Thank you.
Nice. And shout out to Elijah, Games for Rec 555-555-5565, and the rest of the supporters on the D Live crew. Cold Burger on the last biblical question, which do you prefer, anger or understanding?
Right.
I prefer understanding.
You cannot have both.
I prefer understanding because you can't become angry if I understand. Understanding is pure peace.
Amazing. That's deep. Thank you.
Orlando, in all my years.
In all my life.
This is from church.
I've been beat by men.
Nothing and no one has ever lived up to the expectations I had in my mind, good or bad.
Yep.
Expectations are useless.
Get rid of all expectation. Really. Get rid of them if you want to be free. Amazing.
Kohlberger art. People trying to stop suffering is evil. Suffering is uniquely given responsibility given to you by God.
Kohlberger art. But God does not give you suffering. He never has and he never will. It's not from God. God is perfect love, and perfect love is not giving you suffering. But thank you, Kohlberger art.
We'll read the rest later, guys.
Let me take a quick break. When I come back, straight to the phone, and we're going to finish up on the super chat. Hate news, not the fake news, and I'll be right back. Check out Punchy's coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee.
Some serious mess going on in the world, but some good stuff too. For example, at the National Security Council, which is a bunch of experts, over 100 people are on leave. Very nice. Shout out. And there has been, of course, speaking of mass shootings. It's getting warm again over Memorial Day weekend, obviously. Of course there are mass shootings. Black? Probably, my guess. Anyway, speaking of blacks, somebody got honored posthumously who died 95 years ago, allegedly lynched, according to them. And he was honored, quote unquote, with a honorary degree. And he was called the Trayvon Martin of the 1930s at Morehouse College. What a joke, huh? Terrible. How would you like to be remembered as the Trayvon Martin of the 1930s? Some thug, huh? Anyway, Charles Rangel died at 94. The tender young age of 94 years old. It's a touch young for my taste, but we rest in peace, Charlie Rangel. Rangel, I think. Charles. And Jerome Powell at some pre-graduation, whatever that is, talking about integrity. He's the chairman of the Fed, by the way. Anyway, this is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday, May 27th, A.D., 2025. There's one line open. You can call in right now, even during Hake News, Not Fake News. And JLP will be right back to your calls. You know, I mentioned that Liverpool crash in which that 53-year-old man allegedly drove into a crowd. I don't know if it was on purpose or accident, but a crowd of people started attacking his car, the vehicle, and maybe him. Crazy, huh? After he hit them. It's a mess. Anyway, meanwhile in America, the National Security Council, the Trump administration placed more than 100 officials at the National Security Council on administrative leave. The NSC, staffed by experts from across the government who help coordinate the president's foreign policy agenda. Late Friday, the affected staffers received an email titled, "Your Return to Home Agency." The email said they were dismissed and had 30 minutes to clean out their desks. Those put on leave included career government people, as well as political hires made during the Trump administration, reportedly part of a restructuring under interim National Security Advisor and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. I think that's a good thing, maybe. Anyway, mass shootings, the terrible toll of mass shootings. This is anti-Second Amendment propaganda from Commie Nonsense Network. Continues to climb. The terrible toll, at least 10 people shot in Little River, South Carolina on Sunday after a holiday weekend gathering turned violent. Police released few details about the incident, including what prompted the gunfire. Did say that some of the injured were in critical condition. Sounds like it. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to speculate, but, you know, I already asked the question, were these blacks doing the mass shootings? Anyway, detectives still trying to determine who was responsible. And then on Monday night, yesterday, Memorial Day, of course, 2 people killed and 9 others injured in a mass shooting in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, or should I say brotherly love. Shout out. It sounds black, I don't know, but I don't know if they were blacks, but it's a black area. Anyway, Fairmount Park in Philadelphia, authorities said. Names of the victims not released. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel said an adult man and an adult woman had died. Per the so-called gun violence archive, no such thing as gun violence. As of May 27th, there had been 122 mass shootings in the United States this year. Probably most of them black. Shout out to the blacks. Desperately needed the right message of forgiveness. Terrible. Anyway, the Trayvon Martin of the 1930s in Atlanta, that's a quote from some college president or something, has been honored. And honored posthumously by and they honored his nephew, whose name is Imam Pleman El Amin, and he got a honorary bachelor's. I'm James Hake, now back to JLP, Hour 3.
ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show. What you can get involved by calling 888-77-53773. 888-77-JESSE. And no biblical question. Maybe tomorrow. I hope. We'll see. But if you're running around and you can podcast the show, you can also be listening on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. All right? It's Tuesday. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday.
All my thoughts, well, they've all been lies. They let me down every single time because the devil's been making homes inside my head. The good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well, maybe he'd take this anger from my soul. And I'd shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I could lean on God so he could lean on me. Forgiveness, righteous, perfect
peace. Amazing. Amazing. That's a song. That song is Pete. You gotta do something with that song from Alaska. Pete from Alaska. Let me say this, and then I'm going right back to the phones, and there's some super chats, and we're going to get this done. I want you to know, and I hear it a lot, God does not cause suffering on you at all. Zero. God does not create suffering. God does not want you to suffer. God is not testing you with suffering. He has nothing to do with suffering at all. He's perfect peace. How are you going to have perfect peace if you're suffering? Think about that. That's another lie that's been put upon God. God not letting you handle as much you can handle with suffering. He has nothing to do with suffering at all. As a matter of fact, and I want you to hear this well, or good. Which one is it, well or good, Hake?
Hear it well.
Hear it well.
I think.
When someone tells you God is letting you suffer or cause you to suffer, they're lying to you. In the same way they lie to you and tell you that anger is good. God does not create suffering. He has nothing to do with suffering. He's not trying to let you suffer to learn a lesson. And I hear that all the time. Well, God letting you suffer to learn a lesson. No, he's not. He ain't trying to teach you anything. He's not trying to do any of that. He loves you. And then one other quick thing about suffering. When you have physical pain, your body is suffering. When you have psychological pain, your ego is painful, not you. The real you, of whom you don't remember, has never felt one iota of a pain. You have never suffered. Even when you're dying from the ego, that's not even you suffering there. That's the pain of evil. Ego is suffering, not you. You just in your body, so you think it's you because you have identified with your body. But God is not trying to tell you anything with suffering. God is not causing you to suffer to teach you a lesson. God is not letting you suffer. God is not giving you a little suffering. It's all lies. God has given you perfect peace. And the real you has perfect peace. It's just that you identify with the fake you. And in that fake you, not you, your thoughts and emotions, there's no peace. And you think that's you, and you think God is doing it to you, you've been lied to. Not only by the spirit of evil in your imagination, but anyone that tells you suffering is from God, God let you suffer because God trying to teach you a lesson. Why would God need to teach you a lesson? Think about that. You have been made free. It's just that you don't know it. And you're never going to know it until you truly start working on you and overcome the not you. And you're going to see, if you work on yourself, men and women, all everywhere around the world, you're going to see you have never suffered. As you start to wake up, if you're serious about working on yourself, you're going to see that it's not even you suffering, even before you're over it. Isn't that amazing? Hey, people think God makes you suffer. And God just He's gonna give you what you can handle. The only thing God give you is the amount of truth you can handle. That's about it. But He is not making you. Did you think God makes you suffer?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Right.
You think there's a possibility God allows you or calls you to suffer.
Feels like He made Jesus do that thing.
Do what?
Suffer and die.
And that was the ego dying. Jesus didn't die. The false self died.
What's the difference?
What's different?
with suffering.
You're not suffering at all. The pain you feel is not you suffering, period.
Nice.
Do you believe that? I promise you, James Hake, has never suffered in your whole born days.
Right on.
You don't believe it, though. Why don't you believe that?
I didn't say I don't believe it.
Did you know people lying to you when they say, well, God let you suffer because God's trying to teach you a lesson. And God only going to give you as much suffering you can handle. All lies, but you believe it?
Well, the Bible says that He won't let you be tempted beyond what you can handle.
What?
He won't let you be tempted beyond what you can handle.
For those who work on themselves, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's not suffering.
Right. And He doesn't tempt you.
No, He doesn't tempt you.
That's in the Bible.
Resist temptation, and it'll flee from you. Why would He tempt you and then tell you to resist it? Just like when your mama cussing you out and telling you to resist it. Mama didn't mean it.
Nice.
Nick, you believe God let you suffer?
Well, now when you just put it kind of different. God lets you suffer? That's different than what you're saying.
Or cause you to suffer, or want you to suffer, or it's God who allows you to suffer?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I'll put it like this. Like, I think maybe at one time I might have thought God lets you suffer or He causes suffering, but not necessarily saying I see exactly what you're saying, but just hearing you kind of reminds me that I don't exactly know. I don't exactly know.
Huh?
He's
we
not
can't
showing
see
himself.
you, Nick.
Show yourself.
He's
Show
sick.
yourself.
He may not want the people to see him, Jay. He's sick.
But he doesn't look sick. He looks
I know
fine.
he doesn't.
I mean, I hear his nose. He
wasn't
probably
trying
feels
to
like he
hide.
looks worse than he does, but he looks fine.
Right.
I wasn't trying to hide.
He's looking skinny in that Zelensky shirt, though.
He sure does.
There
Go
you
back.
go.
He need more money from America, so the money can make.
He's
him
looking
fat.
hungry.
Yeah. Joel said, God allows you to suffer. That is so far from the truth and not even funny. God does not allow you to suffer. Period. Go ahead.
Well, I was simply saying that when I think about, if I put it simply in my mind, like God lets you suffer or stuff like that. When I try and think about that, it kind of falls apart when I try and think deeper on that. Like, well, okay, so if God is deciding to let me suffer this, then I don't know how to exactly put it, but I just know that I haven't thought about it that well when I leave it that simple. Like, he just lets you suffer. Like, I didn't think this one through.
Right.
Because then I'd have to say that he's inflicting things on me, like
he's not though.
Like inflicting these terrible feelings, and it's supposed. I guess I justified it in my mind by saying it's a lesson. It's supposed to be a lesson.
We can't see you.
I know. Sorry. I thought I was done talking, but I wasn't.
Thank you, Hake.
You're
The snitch.
welcome.
And it doesn't quite
right.
fit.
I'm white.
He white.
Snitch. I love snitches. Shout out snitches. I love snitches. I'm just saying that I just clearly didn't think it through, because then I have to say he's inflicting these things on me, and I don't know if that's true.
God does not. Joel said, God allows you to suffer. No, he doesn't. Not at all. The real you have never suffered, cannot suffer, and won't suffer. It's just the fake you that is suffering, and you've been told that God allows you to suffer. So now you identify with suffering as being from God in the same way that the people that think anger is from God because Jesus is angry. It's the same thing. The real you is not suffering, never been, never will, can't, ain't. And God does not allow you to suffer. If there's no you, how can you suffer?
Indeed. But the snake pit is reminding everyone that Jesse himself says all the time, God don't care. He'll let you suffer and die.
In your false self, absolutely. He'll let you identify with evil and call it good and let you go, because he's not going to force you to see that it's not you. He's not going to force you to return to him. He will allow that, but that doesn't mean he is allowing. People suffer because they want to suffer. People love the thrill of suffering, and then they love blaming it on God. Well, God let me suffer. They love everyone that's suffering is doing it because they want it. That's all you're doing it, because you want it. And suffering does not wake you up. Joel said, well, suffering can wake you up. No, it can't.
Well, on Punchy TV, we were promoting suffering for the homeless. Well, I was. We had a Punchy premiere yesterday.
What that means? How can suffering wake you up? That doesn't even make sense. I understand, though. That's what we've been all taught.
It can kind of correct behavior.
How?
Like you go outside, it's cold, and then you remember to get your jacket.
That's physical.
That's what I mean. Whatever.
Joel, are you saying God lets you suffer physically when it's cold? You have to put a jacket on? God does not allow suffering. God does not cause you to suffer. God does not need you to suffer. And the only thing I'm telling you the truth, you have never suffered and never will, you can't. It's the false self that's suffering.
Kind of makes sense.
You are not your body, you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're not your feelings, and you are not suffering. You've been lied to about God, and you're treating God like he's Satan. If God is perfect love, he sent his son that you may have perfect love. The son conquer the lack of love. Why would he let you suffer? You see God the way you see yourself and the way others see you. Southern Skies, a supporter on Rumble says, there is your biblical question for the week. Does God allow you to suffer?
Something like that.
That's a good idea. I've already said, though, that it doesn't.
I know, but not everybody heard.
The people around the world heard it. I understand. I know why y'all think God allows suffering, God cause suffering, but God is not allowing you to suffer at all. You're not suffering. You think you are because you've been deceived by the deceiver. And that's why you think you're suffering. But the real you is not suffering. The real you have perfect peace.
Like
Tell him, Nick. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not saying I see it exactly how you're saying it. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying you're right, wrong. I want to see it for myself. It's just I know that a statement, from just hearing you, I know that a statement just as simple as like, he lets us suffer. I can't totally know what I'm saying there. It just, from just hearing you, it's like clear because he can't be inflicting these things on me.
He's
I was
not.
thinking something else.
I promise you, God is not allowing suffering. God is not causing suffering. Amazing. I promise you that. But if y'all want to believe it, you want to say it, then go with it. Go ahead, Nick.
What was I thinking?
About the suffering thing. Allowing it or causing it or something. It's amazing. I know why you're doing it. You've been taught, everything you've been taught is wrong, and that's wrong too. But if you want to believe it and hold on to it, go with it.
I've seen people blind about something, and it could be something small, maybe even spiritual, but I've seen it. I've seen someone like, wow, you clearly cannot see this.
Yes.
If I have a desire for them in that moment, and maybe that's shallow, it's not to you suffer so that you can learn this lesson. It's if you could only just see the truth here, you wouldn't suffer. You would just stop doing what you're doing.
Right.
There's no desire in me that says,
right.
Go through this pain so you could, like maybe you have to go through that pain or whatever, but I don't want, I could see that if you just stop whatever thought this is, whatever that is, you would just stop suffering.
Absolutely. You're not even going through anything. The false stuff is, let's make that a biblical question.
Does God allow you to suffer?
Yes. Does God allow you to suffer? Right.
Okie dokie.
Amazing. That's a good point, Nick. Anchor baby.
What'd he say?
I forgot.
Nice. It was good, though.
About sin.
We got to keep it moving.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the biblical question for this week. Does God allow you to suffer? I know it's insane that you think that way, but I understand why you think that way. I don't agree with it because I know it's not true, but I understand why you think that way. And it's okay. But that's the biblical question, so I got to drop that now, right? Huh?
That's right.
Yes, I'll drop that now since it's the biblical question. But if y'all want to believe that, go right ahead. You ain't got to agree with me. I don't need you to agree with me. I don't want you to agree. The truth doesn't even need you to agree with him. It's up to you. Let me go to Shelby, a first-time call out of New York. Shelby, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Shelby.
How's it going?
Amazing.
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 So, I'm calling because I'm going through a trial in my life right now.
Okay.
So my wife and my mom are having lots of problems. And I don't want to pick a side. I want to stay kind of like off it. But we had a gathering this weekend, and they got into an argument. But my wife kind of like started it because she started making comments or whatever, and I try to like kind of like settle her, I guess.
Right.
And basically, my daughter is kind of like mad at my mom because my mom, they had another, I guess, misunderstanding. And my mom ended up supposedly blocking my wife and my daughter on the phone, and then I guess my wife found out about it, and they had conversation after that, but I guess the whole issue wasn't resolved. And because I don't get in the middle of it, I try to stay away from it. At the gathering, it just got worse, where I try to kind of like have them talk it out or whatever, and it just didn't go like that. So I try to get my daughter to say hi to my mother, but she wouldn't, and it just became like a big argument, and I feel disrespected by my wife basically because she disrespected my mom in a certain way, but I understand my mom disrespected her also, and I just I just haven't I just haven't spoken to any of them since Sunday, so that's where I'm at right now.
And your question for me is what?
It's how can I go about this? Should I try to fix the problem? Should I just try to stay away from it? Should I just don't pay any mind to it? I mean, it really hurts me that my daughter is just basically not listening or like going on my wife's side instead of just listening to me. I'm the man of the house. I should, that's just the way I see it.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 13. She's 12 going on 13.
Oh, okay. And does your mother live with you?
She doesn't, no.
She does not?
No.
And so your question for me is what?
Is should I deal with it in a way where I try, because my thoughts, they're going nuts. I'm trying to stay away from the thoughts. I'm trying to just
all right,
not do anything and just kind of settle and just let it be. That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm just thinking about it so much where it's like, should I just leave my house and just walk away from everything? Because that's what my thoughts are telling me. They're trying to get me into my ego where it's like, oh, your wife disrespected you, and it shouldn't be with her, and, a whole lot of things.
Why?
My mind is going crazy. Basically.
Yeah, I understand that. Does your wife obey you?
She doesn't.
She does not. And you said that you feel bad. I don't know how you put it, or you feel something.
I mean,
because your wife disrespected your mother. What did you mean by that? Did you say
argument.
You feel upset about that?
Yes, I feel upset about it. And I.
Why do you feel upset that your wife disrespected your mother?
Well, I feel that there should be a cordial relationship between them because because of me, I guess. But then again, I go back to because I've been listening to you for about 10 years now, and
wow.
The only reason why, because my wife used to be worse, and the only reason why she got a little better, she made some progress, was because I stopped acting the way I was acting, which was just pleasing her and just trying to, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I stopped all that. I was like, listen, if you want to be happy with me, you be happy with me. If not, I'm fine with it. You do what you want to do.
Nice.
I walked away from all that worshiping her and putting her on a pedestal and making her my God, basically. And I guess she understood. She was like, oh, I don't know what she thought.
But let me ask,
I guess she understood that
let me ask because of time. Why do you feel disrespected because your wife does not respect your mother? Why do you feel disrespect? What does that have to do with you?
That's a good question. I mean, I felt like she should have some type of respect for my mom, the same way my mom should have some type of respect for her.
But why does that affect you that they don't respect each other?
Well, I'm going into, my thoughts are telling me, like, oh, everyone else is going to find out about it, and you're going to be like a beta male if they don't respect each other, and in the community they should be friends with each other because that's your mom and that's your wife. Those are my thoughts.
Oh, okay. So let me ask: do you live near your mother or something?
No, I don't live near her, but we do live in the same. I guess like about 30 minutes away from each other.
Oh, okay. Have you forgiven your mother?
No.
And you've been listening for 10 years and you've not gone and forgiven your mother?
I think about it a lot. Like I said, I'm in my thoughts all the time, but I do not do what my thoughts tell me.
Well,
but,
you know the woman you're married to is your mother. You're married to your mother. And so your mother over there 30 minutes away and your mother's in the home with you too. Why haven't you gone and forgiven your mother?
I always thought there was nothing I had to forgive because she did a lot of sacrifices for me and my brother and my sister, but I do understand I have to do it at a certain point. I have to get to it.
Your mother was supposed to take care of you. She was the parent. You were the child. She did not do you a favor when she made sacrifices. That was for her, not for you.
Right.
But how will you be free and ever deal with your wife in a perfect way if you don't forgive your mother? And how will God forgive you if you don't forgive your mother?
I thought about it that way because the more I listen to you, the more I come to that realization. But I guess I haven't had the time. I mean, I work a lot, but that has to become one of my priorities.
You have had the time. You just said you guys had an event over there or somewhere where your mother was there.
That's true.
Why do you do it then?
I mean, I guess it just becomes hard when there's people there, you know.
Why? Take it in another room. You didn't have to do it right in front of the people.
Right.
You know what, Shelby? Your daughter, sound like your wife have already turned your daughter against you because you're so weak. You can't even protect your daughter from your wife, and you can't protect your wife from your mother. You should not allow your mother to be around your family, period. You should have taken your family far away from your mother. Your mother is evil, and your wife is evil, and you're too weak and evil, so devils are fighting. You won't even protect your own wife from evil. And you shouldn't be feeling bad because your mother been. There's no such thing as disrespecting your mother. Well, that doesn't even mean anything. You're afraid of your mother. You're being controlled by your mother. And likewise, you're afraid of your wife because you're married to your mother. You need to forgive your mother, and unless your mother apologizes to your family and stop her evil ways, keep your family away from your mother. She will destroy your family.
Right. I mean, it just, I guess it's my thoughts. They're driving me nuts.
They drive you nuts because you're angry and you're living with them. You're one with thoughts. And they're driving you crazy because you won't do anything about it. You won't even forgive so God can start working on you.
Right.
The problem with you, your problems are with you. You can't deal with the women in your life because you have not dealt with the hell in you.
And when you say the hell in me, what do you exactly mean?
Anger and fear and looking for love and all that. You have fear.
So now let me ask, because I've made a lot of progress when it comes to that. I mean, I've been able to stay calm, and I see that working in my family. I see that they get better as I get better, and but it just when I try to stay calm and not pay attention to all the drama that goes on between, I guess, my main family, I feel like I'm not dealing with the issue.
You're not.
I feel like
just because you force yourself to act like you're calm, you're not calm. You're just acting out. You want to be calm, you got to overcome evil. Anyone can pretend that they're calm. It's like Christians who pretend that they know God, or observers who pretend that they can see, and you can see that they can't see. You got to overcome evil, and then the Spirit of the Father will make you calm because it'll take away the evil. He will take away the evil.
Right.
Hold on, Shelby, real fast. Let me take a quick break. The treasure chest is now open on D-Live. I'll be right back. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Okay, welcome back. The Hake Report is coming up right after my show, the top of this hour, from 9 to 11 a.m. You don't want to miss the HakeReport.com. The guy with the good hair, he is not afraid of the blacks. The Hake Report from 9 to 11. And then Joel Friday TV on fire at 11 a.m. You don't want to miss that either. And then the American Anchor Baby, he's back. He didn't do his show yesterday. He wasn't feeling well. But he's back today, I'm told, at 12 noon with a lot of energy. Everyone, just energy. Check out our merch, rebuildingtheman.com/ stores. Or JessLeePeterson.shop. And brand new episode of the Punch It TV. Oh, is it a new one today?
Yesterday we did it.
Yesterday was new. Check it out. Punch It TV on YouTube there. It was amazing. Watch this.
This one is about women falling in love with the idea that she has about the man rather than the man himself.
I mean, it seems like I don't know anybody who doesn't come together like that.
Do you think that it's possible that there can be something different? God
Do you
involved.
think there's possible that a color you've never seen exists? Possibility of what?
God involved.
Involved in what?
For the relationship, for the marriage.
No, he didn't send you any of them.
I don't know if he concerns himself with relationships and marriages and stuff like that. Who you get with or don't.
But see, that's the thing, is that I like to believe that you can know.
You'd have to prove it.
Fight! Punchy.tv. Check it out. You can also support the Punchy.tv and all that, all right? I want to go back to the busy phone real fast here. Thank you for, who gave me the idea for the biblical question?
Southern Skies, I believe. I forget.
Southern Skies. Thank you. It's God allows you to suffer, and that makes sense, right? What kind of God y'all know? And that makes sense. If God is allowing you to suffer, what Satan's doing? Giving you a party? What? But let me go back to Shelby. Hey, Shelby.
Hey.
Here's what I recommend. Do what you want. You got to get serious about working on you. Stop listening to those thoughts. Go and face your mother. Forgive her for what she's done to you. And if she's like, I did my best, and I did this, she's supposed to take care of you. She's the parent, you are the child. And she did her best because she had no love, so she only had hate and passed on to you. She had no love. Forgive her for that. She could not help it. And then do the silent prayer so you could start dealing with your family in the right way because you're losing your family.
Right.
And it's only because you can't see and you have the raw relationship with your wife and your children, and you have made them your God, even your mother, and you can't deal with your God because they are your gods. You got to face your mother and forgive her and stop letting the devil give you reasons why not to.
Right.
After 10 years,
Now,
after 10 years, you've heard me say over and over, you're never going to be free until you forgive your mother and your father.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a super beta, and as soon as I started listening to you, it just clicked.
Well, you need to go all the way with it and surrender to the Father.
Yeah.
Why are you
Now, let me
afraid
ask,
to
because-
forgive your mother? Why are you afraid to forgive your mother?
Well, I'm not afraid. I mean, I
Yes,
can
you
do
are.
it.
You
It's
haven't done it.
Right. Well, I guess I have to get to it, I guess.
I guess.
That's going to become my number one. Yeah.
How would God forgive you if you don't forgive your mother and your earthly father?
Yeah, that's one of my main thoughts also. I mean, my thoughts, yeah. Like I said, my thoughts are just, they're always there.
And
I
stop
try to-
calling
I try to
those
stay
thoughts.
with-
Those thoughts are not yours. You just don't know it because you have not forgiven. So you're still one with thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the idea that I formed in my head before I spoke to you was that I guess I had to leave my family just because, I felt like my wife is very disrespectful. And I just felt like I had to leave and just kind of like work on myself.
You left them?
But no, I didn't. I haven't. I mean, I haven't argued with her. She spoke to me. She argued with me yesterday.
Don't argue with the devil inside of you or inside of other people.
Yeah, I tried to not ignore her, but just kind of like basically letting her know, yes, I'm listening to you, but nothing that you say is going to work. So.
But right now, you're not going to be able to deal with your wife in a perfect way because you're still one with your mother. You have your mother's spirit. And so your wife has the same spirit your mother has. She got it from her mother, and you're becoming your father in the same way he dealt with your mother. And after a while, you're going to leave if you don't work on yourself.
Yeah, that's why my dad basically, when I was little, he left her because she was a mess. She was a mess.
Yeah, your mother is a mess. Just like your wife is a mess, so you're going to live, if you don't work on yourself, you're going to leave your family. You repeated the same cycle your father carried out.
I mean, I've heard it many, many times, but when you say work on yourself, what do you exactly mean?
You got to see that you're angry. Anger is evil. You must go, and you got that from your mother when you became angry at her as a kid because you couldn't handle her spirit. You got to forgive her because just as you can't help yourself, she can't help herself. You've heard this 10 years, man. And your father forgive him because just like you can't protect your family, he could not protect you from your mother. Just like you can't protect your children from their mother. Forgive your mother. She couldn't help herself. And whatever she did for you, that's what she's supposed to be doing. She did not do you a favor.
Right.
Your mother is
evil. And I've tried super hard to protect my children from my wife because she likes to.
You
judge
can't
them a lot.
protect your children from your wife because you're not being protected by God.
Right.
You and your wife are the same.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
Are you Latina?
Yes. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a whole mess.
It is a mess.
Because you said it's singing.
Huh?
Latina?
And he also said Latina.
That's true.
That's messed up. And he said yes.
It's all good. It's all right.
What's wrong with saying Latina?
Well, a man is Latino.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought a Latina is a Latina is a Latina.
You got to learn better Spanish, Jesse.
Yeah, you're right. See, but because of time, I got to run. You got to start all over. Go do the silent prayer. You're not even doing the silent prayer.
I do the silent prayer.
Every day.
Not every day, but as
Then
much
you
as
don't
I can.
do it. Do the silent prayer every morning, every night. Go and face your mother. Forgive her, and if she cry, get mad or whatever, let her be mad. That's on her. God will forgive you. Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you because you are messed up. You screwed me up. My dad couldn't handle you, and I'm sorry for resenting you. I become like you. And God will forgive you. Forgive your father for not protecting you from his mother. You can see now you can't even protect your own children. Your father had the same problem. God will forgive you. Do the silent prayer. Then you will see whether to stay or go. Everything will become clear for you.
Okay, Jesse. Thank you so much.
I wish you well with that, man.
I'll call you back and let you know about the progress.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, buddy. Let me go to John and Lynn out of Sweet Home, Alabama. John and Lynn, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Lynn.
Is John there too?
Yes, he is here.
But I'm having fun with your phone. Lynn?
Yes? Can you hear me now?
No.
Oh,
Lynn, do me a favor. Don't hang up. Derek, pick up the phone. Let me know when they're ready. I'll come back to John and Lynn. Let me know when they're ready. Super chat.
Super chat.
Super chats. Swank and flow. I preferred understanding in answer to last week's biblical question, because with understanding comes wisdom, and with wisdom I clearly understand how demonic anger is.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's amazing. There were people who said they prefer anger. Like, what the? But I understand. Thank you.
That's Don Yale, by the way, not to dox.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Orlando, expectations.
Oh, that's our Danielle?
That's right.
Hey, Danielle. What the?
I thought you underreacted.
Yeah, I underreact. I didn't realize it was you. Thank you. Amazing.
Orlando says, expectations always lead to disappointments, no exceptions.
Have no expectations. Zero. I tell you, everything you've been learned, everything that you have learned about life, you need to let it go. It ain't working. It ain't going to work. There are people that believe God allows you to suffer. What the? Thank you.
Marty, happy Sunday, everyone. JLP and crew. Love y'all.
Thank you. I love you back. I appreciate it.
Kissrow gave a pear sticker. A fit pear.
Thank you.
Or getting fit.
Kissrow.
KHISROW.
Thank you.
Pardon me if I'm butchering your name.
Yeah.
Orlando, in answer to last week's biblical question about do you prefer anger or understanding? Can't have both. I say understanding. Anger says otherwise, though. Until my actions match my words, I'm lying to myself. I must chip away at anger until it's gone.
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Fazul, church, just what I needed to hear today. As always, Father bless Jesse and crew.
Thank you. Fellowship is amazing. And I am blessed. Believe me, I'm blessed. It's like amazing. Thank you.
Richie, good morning all from New Zealand, he said.
Heard around the world by everybody and they mama if you're black. Everybody their mama if you're white. Amazing.
That was on Facebook. And on IG, J91 says, this is Bond Live IG for church. You forgive yourself by realizing it's not you, judging yourself, and move on.
There is no self to forgive. And anyone think that they have a self is on an ego trip. If they think there's someone there to forgive. Amazing. Thank you.
White Wing says, good morning, friend, on pilled.net, where Old Salty Dog also gifted the can. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Raul, you love those thrills? JLP.
Human beings love. It's a thrill thinking that God allows you to suffer. That's a thrill. That's all it is. Amazing. Thank you.
Raul. You love... Oh, no, I already said that. Marty, happy Memorial Day, everyone, and stay safe.
Thank you. Amazing.
There were some mass shootings on Memorial Day weekend.
Heard you mention that.
Yeah.
I don't even know why people go out in the public anymore. It's
Crazy.
never going to be fun. You really run the risk of being killed now. just out having just an outdoor fun at the beach or anywhere. That was in Europe somewhere. I believe it was Europe. I could be wrong. Somebody stabbed somebody, a bunch of folks, some woman, I think,
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that one.
in Europe. Amazing. Thank you. I
Brittany-
may be wrong about the location, but
Yeah, in Liverpool, some guy drove into a crowd of soccer fans.
yeah,
Football,
I heard about
if
that
you guys
too.
prefer. Brittany says, is complaining a sign of someone living in their hell?
100%. But finish it.
I noticed the people who complain the most tend to be the most evil. This is Brittany.
I don't know about most evil. Evil is evil is evil. But complaining is a separated from God. Amazing.
Alex, 10 coffees, very generous. Thank you, brother, for the amazing truth given to you by God. Amazing sight to behold. Want to schedule a chat with you to get your understanding on something dealing with. Wanted to give back. Nothing out there that compares the help I'm receiving, hearing the truth that was given to you by God the Father. Thanks, Jesse. What manner of man is this? Even the wind and sea obey him.
Amazing. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And if you want to set up a counseling appointment, go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-BOND. 800-411-2663. Amazing. Thank you.
And on Cash App, Anthony, a true soldier is there for honor, not pride. And he also says, diddle-dee-bop, diddy-boom. Now you're a crap rapper. Not just whites, blacks, killing everyone. South Africa caller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Jalen.
Amazing.
Jalen on Cash App. Unk blessings. Nice.
Thank you, Jalen.
I learned over the recent years that Unk is short for uncle. It's black for uncle.
Right.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Jabrail gave a very generous super chat. Good stuff. Amazing.
Thank you.
On
Stay with
Sunday.
us. Stay with us. Stay with it.
Peter 80. Thank you, Jesse and the team, for the best fellowship this side of heaven. Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you.
Kohlberger Art. This week's assignment: live with your inner pain, in silence, in secret, in whatever is not outwards for a fake relief. Live with it.
That's right. Amazing. That's the assignment for this week. Live with the pain. Don't call the pain you. All right. Amazing. Thank you.
Thanks, Groovy Monkey, for the support on Sunday on the D Live crew. Shout out.
Shout out. Thank you.
Danny bought a coffee on Monday. All right, Jesse and the lads, for all those calling the South Africa genocide false, check out. And he gives a tip about a documentary on YouTube. Strong stuff.
It's interesting to hear people call the South African genocide upon white people false. That's mind-blowing to me, but that's what hate will do. Can we stop there for a minute?
Yeah, we'll read the rest later, guys. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Oh, amazing. Let me go to John and Lynn from Sweet Home, Alabama. I hear that they're ready. Hey, John and Lynn.
Jesse, good morning.
Hey,
Good
John.
morning, Jesse.
Hey, Lynn.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. What's going on?
Quick question. Just a decision trying to make as a family. My wife wants to take our 3-year-old daughter and our 1-year-old son on a trip to the Philippines to see her mom. Of course, we're in Alabama, and I don't think it's a good idea to be traveling with the 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. It takes about 2 days to get there, multiple stops, possible layovers, and but she wants to go, and I have several reasons why I don't want them to take that trip. I would not go if they go. So I was going to let you help us navigate that decision as a family. Do you need more information?
No, that's enough. I want to ask Lynn. Lynn, why do you want to do it and your husband has told you no?
Because it's been a long time that I haven't been see my family.
Well, why don't you go and leave the children at home with the father? If you want to go, you go, but leave the kids at home. Why don't you do it that way?
It's okay with you if I leave the kids? Of course. I mean, my mother wants also to. My family wants also to see
Right,
his children.
yeah, but your family is your husband and your children. Those people are no longer your family, so they're not important to you. Your family is right there with you in that household. And so if your husband tell you that no, you can't do it, or even if he tell you you can't go right now, your first responsibility is due to your husband and your family right there. You don't owe daddy and mama anything in the Philippines. You're not obligated to them. You're only obligated to your husband and your children.
I don't have anything to say about it.
Do you disagree with that, or what do you think about that?
I need to pray about it.
Pray about it? Like what? What are you gonna say to God about that? Do you know that your God said to the man, take your family, your wife, fall away from her family and his family? Do you know that God said that?
Oh yeah, I know about that. I'm not taking the family.
Right. So if your husband
from
say,
him.
so if the husband say, well, you can't take the children, and if he's okay with you going, just say, oh, okay, then I'll just go. Why don't you just keep it simple like that so you can keep the peace in your family?
Actually, Jesse, I'm not yet in peace right now because I can't. We are trying to fix our family because we are processing a divorce, and then that is why before that I am thinking that going to my family. I mean,
you guys are thinking about divorcing?
yeah, we called you last time, and because we are separated for 7 months, and I filed divorce because my husband did not support the kids, so I filed divorce to pressure him to pay for it because I didn't work since I've been here. And after that, I said that I will visit my family.
So, John, you guys are divorcing or divorced?
No, sir. Separated.
You're separated, but she filed for a divorce?
I did.
She did, yeah.
And so the divorce is going to happen. It's all right.
I don't want to, Jesse.
Oh, you don't want to?
Yeah.
So why are you doing it then?
Because he didn't support for how many? He let me leave for. He kicked me out in the house. And because he want me to ask an apology that I didn't do anything.
So, John, what is she saying?
She's saying that she left and she wanted me to support the kids while she was out of the house.
Did you tell her to leave?
Well, no, sir. I asked her to apologize for interfering with me disciplining the oldest child, and she would not apologize. That's why I said, you need to leave, because you apologizing says that you're wrong. You won't do that again, or try not to do that again. And so she apologized, but then she left. And then when she left, she apologized first, and then she left while I was taking a nap, sleep. I woke up.
What a mess! Listen,
yeah.
John and Lynn, can you guys call me sometime tomorrow? And as soon as you call in, I'll take it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, Lynn, will you do that?
Well, she won't. Tomorrow's not good, but
whenever you can before she go with the kids.
Yes. Okay, certainly we will.
All right, guys. I got to run because of time. What a mess!
Well, thank you, Jesse. Talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Amazing. Super chat.
Super chats.
Someone bought a coffee. Jesse, listen to this such and such song called something by so-and-so. It's so deep.
Thank you. I'll check it out.
I shall pass that along. Jamil bought a coffee. If anyone ever needed proof that good exists in this world, they should watch the church this Sunday, especially the end. Really going through hell all week, not knowing what to do about it. Just being aware even the things I was doing to run from it became empty and dead. Thanks for the help.
Stay with us. Check out churchrebuildingtheman.com/church.
Yeah, thank you, Jamil. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anthony on Cash App, South African Fatigue, a.k.a. Black Fatigue. What the? Good morning, Monday, ladies.
Good morning, y'all. All of the ladies out there. Thank you.
Dustin on Cash App for fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ret66, good morning, folks, on pilled.net.
Amazing. Thank you.
Zit with a fox thing. Thank you.
Thank
or
you.
Akita or whatever that thing is. Brianna, a member on the JLP channel. That's cool.
Thank you, Brianna. I appreciate it. Brianna.
Yoggers. No message. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Or ma'am. Old Salty Dog donated 220 gold pills on Pilled. That's cool.
Amazing. Thank you.
Fazul, in gratitude this Memorial Day, rest in peace, brave souls.
May their souls rest in peace. Amazing.
Lin Yen Chin, panic is an experience, not an attack. Women. Eye roll. Chow Yun Cat.
But panic is an attack. It's a stab. Thank you.
Chow Yun Cat, for it is by grace you have been saved through faith. This is not from yourselves. It is a gift from God, not by works, so that no one can boast.
His grace is sufficient for me. Amazing. Thank you.
And we'll have to read the rest of them later, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you all
kindly.
very much. Amazing. Aaron out of Minnesota. Aaron out of Minnesota. Mike out of Oregon. GP, a first time call out of Los Angeles. Timothy out of Washington State. I'm out of time. Really. I tried, but the time won't permit it. Hake coming up now. I got to go rest for about half hour, and then I got to do 3 hours of the Fallen State. .TV brand new episodes today, so I can't talk no more. Thanks for your super chat. We're going to get them by. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. You've absolutely changed my life for the positive, and I just want to thank you. I was 29-year-old beta, living at home with my mom, and just was living in fear and in doubt, and I couldn't hold down a job. And then I found you, and I started listening. I started just being more at peace, and I forgave my mom, and I forgave my father. And it's like right after that, everything just changed in my life, and I was able to get a good job, and I moved out, and I live on my own now, and everything has just changed. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for spreading that message. It really is a positive message.
Amazing. That's good, man. I want people to know God loves us in ways that there are no words to express, because you have nothing to compare it to, right? Stay with the silent prayer. You haven't seen anything yet. It gets better.